Welcome, Hornet Nation, for a pre-Thanksgiving showdown from beautiful Rink 2 at Richfield Rink in Richfield, Minnesota, where your Hornets will be taking on Woodbury. I don't even know what their nickname is. It could be the Predators. We'll call them the Preds, even if they're not. So we're just moments away from puck drop. We got Nolan, Curvita, and Ferrara backed up by Darlene and Mizzle. And away we go. Woodbury takes it from their own zone, fires up into the neutral zone, tries to throw it into the zone. Trailer pass, connects, a quick shot, steered away by Quick, thrown into the corner. What we know about Woodbury is they're probably pretty darn good. We've had trouble with them in the past, so we'll just have to see. Darlene from his own zone tries to bring it out, thrown down, and here come the Preds rolling into the slot area right out front. Nothing doing as Darlene collects in the corner. Sends it up the wall, held at the point, and thrown back down. Hornets having trouble establishing possession and getting that breakout going, as the Preds look to be a fast team as they pin our men down in the corner. Darlene tries to throw it up the wall. He's thwarted by a Predator. As the Preds now gain, looking to set up shop. Hammered there. Now thrown out, still held in the zone from the shot from the top of the slot. Razor shot. As the Hornets have barely got it out of the zone. Here come the Preds again. Rolling in around the circle, all the way across. A shot sailed up high. Beautiful combination. Held at the line, now scoots out. Preds are going to have to regroup. Check up on sides, rolling from the left side, walking in all the way around the circle, out front. A shot goes across. There's a chip up the wall. Charlie and Curvita, 3-on-1. Bergmeyer over. Can he get it over? There's Bergmeyer. Oh, and he just couldn't find the wood on it. Couldn't connect. He's still holding on the wall. Oh, and he is hammered from behind. The ref goes down. It's definitely a check from behind as Potter throws it all the way across. He gets it to Ewers. Ewers now collects, sends it back to Potts. Potts up the wall to Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer stood up, and the puck goes down into the Pred zone. No score, 0-0 if you're just joining us. Pred try to roll out of the zone. Potts, long shot on net. Turned aside by the Pred keeper. Ewers stands up his man. Long shot again. Couldn't handle by the Pred goalie, and now it's thrown up the wall. Potts holds the zone momentarily, and now it's flipped out through the neutral zone. Predators decide to send it in and get a line change as Potts is steering from behind the net. Far side corner over to Potts. Potts throws it up, gets it up to Ferrara, just beyond Ivaney's reach, as the Preds now just pitch it into the Hornet zone, and Potter will give chase. Potter from behind the net, rubbed out. Preds holding court in the corner. Hester in there, wheeling, dealing, trying to get something going. Boys stacked up. Hester now comes away, throws it over to Dorsey. Dorsey through the neutral zone. He's going to gain on the right side. Rolls in, looks, stops, gives it to Ivany. Ivany trying to get something going. Now it's stolen. Here come the Preds back the other way on the reverse. Gaining their line on the right side, and they have an offsides. 11:55 left in the first.
I can fix it at that.
So we're very cramped quarters here filming in Rink 2 at Richfield. Not ideal, but we'll make it work. Ivany on the draw just outside the Hornet zone. The Predators let it sneak back into their end. Ringed around to the near side. Preds looking to break out. Steering up the wall. Ivany holds, keeps it on the wall. And here come the Preds through the neutral zone, losing the puck. Now they have to regroup in their own zone. They go D to D. Steered up on the far side wall. Looking for daylight. Rolling around with speed. Very fast team. As the Preds now wheel all the way around. Helmer keeping his man on the outside. Centering pass to nobody. Preds still holding on the near side wall. Boys piling up. Ivany hits his man. Helmer now steers around. We're going to get a penalty. Roughing call on Ivany. And with 11:16 left in the first, Woodbury will have the man advantage. Very fast team, Woodbury. This will be a true test for the Hornets as they try to break things up with Ferrara and Nolan. Backed up by Potts. Ooh, quick shot there on Quickie. Quickie turns it away. Now Predators setting up behind the net. Looking. Out front, right in the slot. Off the clanker. The clanker saved the day. Good for the clank. Predators now once again looking to center from behind. Out front. Quickie makes a save, but it sneaks in. And that power play goal comes at 10:54. A mere 21 seconds into the man advantage. And Woodbury takes a 1-0 lead. So we got Bergmeyer, Ewers, and Wilkins to repair the damage, backed up by Helmer and Potter. Face off at center ice, tied up on the dot. Boys all piled up. Woodbury trying to establish, and they're trying to gain, and they throw it in down the left side. Now walking in, puck is thrown out of the zone and held up on the near side wall. Here's Ewers, breaking down the right side, looking to the centering pass, gets it to Bergmeyer, just beyond his reach. Reds now looking to reverse course, long D-to-D pass, and now they send it up through the zone, gets through everybody, and we will have an icing. Brand new sheet of ice. Rink 2 is out of commission for quite a while as they made some repairs to the cooling system. Ivany, Hester, and Dorsey in. Backed up by Helmer and Potter. Dorsey looking, slides it over to Potter. Potter, long shot. Oh! I think that hit the clanker. There was no clanking noise, though. Ivany holding the zone, throwing it right back down, giving chase into the near side corner. Stands up his man. Hester trying to roll in on it, and the Predators reverse course. With speed through the neutral zone, trying to gain down the left side. Helmer delays him, but is sent ringing around the boards. Hester on the far side wall, picks it up. Long swing pass over to Dorsey. Dorsey has to come back, get it. Shovels it in the neutral zone, and it's picked up by the Preds. They gulf it into the zone, and Helmer's going to pick this one up in the near side corner. He looks. He surveys. He pitches it over to Potter. Potter looks. He can't quite get the wood on that pass, but he recovers his own. Now Ivany. He's trying to get it. Must be sticky ice. I don't know. Preds rink wide, looking to send something up through the neutral zone, intercepted by Mizzle. Mizzle looks, surveys, slides it up to Dorsey. Dorsey just throws it down. Mizzle now, he's going to collect it in the corner. Mizzle looking. Kicking, looking, and kicking. Mizzle's tied up there. Preds trying to work it free. They slide it up on the wall, and now they look to break across. Held in there by Mizzle. Well done. Or Kervita, that is. And it slid down the near side corner as the Hornets go for line change. Darlene holding at the line. There's a tip by the Preds, actually. And it didn't actually make it all the way through. Ferraro wheeling around in the high slot, into the slot, trying to bang it down. Here's a 2-on-1 situation brewing for the Preds. They roll in. Darlene, last man back. Darlene going down, trying to stop it. And they hammer it home with a lightning low shot. 2-on-1 situations are tricky. And just like that, with 8:43, Woodbury is up 2-0. Transitions are going to be the key to this game, and so far Woodbury's taken advantage. So we got Nolan, Ferrara, and Kervita backed up by Potts and Potter. Boys banging at the red line, comes away to Ferrara. He wheels, looks, wheels back. Looking for an outlet, over to Potts. Potts tries to jam it up. He's stopped by a Pred and thrown back down into the Hornet zone. Potts tries to dish it up. Gets to Kervita. Now it's back to the Preds. They roll in into the high slot. Turned away by Quickie. Into the corner. Rolling up. Nolan now on the right side. Looking. Hassled by a couple Preds. Just a stick too far, and we get an offsides. With 8:12 left in the first. So that brings on Bergmeyer, Ewers, and Wilkins. Backed up by Potts and Potter. Berge on the draw. Puck comes away to Ewers. Ewers on the red line. Dishes up to Wilkins. Wilkins gains and he throws it deep into the zone and chases his own puck to the near side corner. Battling a Predator. Ewers comes in, tries to box his man out behind the net. Preds now gain control, throw it up the wall, and this one sneaks past Potts and goes all the way down, and we should get an icing, and in fact we do. We're not getting any shots on goals in terms of what's on the scoreboard. But I would say Woodbury's had most of the opportunities. Puck on the dot. Berge comes back after it. It's in the high slot. Ewers circles around, looking, dishes it back to Darlene. Darlene pitches it down deep for Ewers behind the net. Held in by Wilkins. Oh, what an opportunity. Bergmeyer hammered it home in front from the pass from behind the net. Deflected off the tender and into the webbing. Best scoring chance so far for your Hornets. As Dorsey, Ivany, and Hester come in. Backed up by Helmer and Darlene. Ivany on the draw. Puck sent into the corner. Dorsey chasing his man and goes rink near to the near side. Puck held on the wall. Hester doing a good job holding his man down deep. Off the side of the net, Dorsey tries a little short side stuffer. Nice opportunity there. Got to crash that net. Well done, but no goal. So we'll do it again. Puck tied up on the dot. Who's going to come away? It's the Preds. Wheeling down, 2-on-2. Dorsey doing a back check. Puck has slid down deep into the Hornet end. Darlene first man back. He tries to ring it around right into a Pred. It's right out front. It's naked. Comes away to Hester. Hester rolling through the red line. He's going to gain on the right side. Sneaks around his man. Still rolling. Back to Dorsey on the circle. He's knocked off the puck. And here come the Preds on the reverse. Rolling through the neutral zone. Gaining on the right side. Stopped short by Ivany. Well done. Now it's back to Hester, who throws it over to Dorsey just a bit too far. And Dorsey will have to recollect. Surveying from behind the net. Dorsey looking at options. Gets it up to Darlene. Darlene now. 3-on-2 brewing. Hester in the lead man. Knocked off the puck. Ivany rolls in. Brings it back. Avoids the offsides. Still dancing along the blue line. Mizzle now bringing it up. Rolling around the circle. He's rubbed out. A lot of Hornets going for a line change, so there's no help out front. Nolan from the circle. Soft fluttering shot. Trapped away by the Woodbury tender. With 6:16 left in the first. Hornets down 2-0. As Nolan, Curvita, and Ferrara come in, backed up by Mizzle and Potts. Nolan on the drop, comes back to Ferrara, back to the point. Mizzle looks, slides it down low. There's some activity out front. Yes, did you see that, Curvita? What the patience of Curvita. He has cut this deficit in half. 2-1. Puck came free out front. Curvita just brought it back a little bit and just slipped it over a supine goalie. Or is it prone? I don't know. Well done, Curvita. Puck tied up on the line. Preds now rolling in, trying to gain control, trying to short side stuff. And Quickie holds on for the save. So we get a face-off to the right of Quickie. Also get a line change as Bergmeyer, Wilkins, and Ewers come in. Puck tied up on the dot, comes into the slot, held by Wilkins. Wilkins now rolling up across the red line, throwing it deep into the Predator territory. Puck naked in the corner. Oh, a big hit by Bergmeyer, but the Preds control, and now they're gaining and walking into the high slot. Long shot, right over the shoulder of Quick. Maybe he was screened, I don't know. But Woodbury answers, and it's back to a 2-goal deficit as the score is 3-1 Predators. Transitions are the key, boys. Bergmeyer on the draw. Puck skitters back to the Predator D, and they go D to D. And they go D to D to D to D. Now rolling up, long stretch pass. A little bit too hot. Quickie has to throw it up on the far side wall. Wilkins jams it past. Bergmeyer with speed. He's got Ewers. Rolling. Long shot. Goalie doesn't know where it is. A quick whistle. And some frothiness behind the net. With 5:17 to play. So Hester, Ivany, and Dorsey roll on with Mizzle and Darlene. Puck to the right of the Predator tender as the puck rolls behind the net. Bank off the wall, and this one's going to sail all the way down for an icing. So I think we're only missing JJ tonight. Mostly a full complement. As we'll do this again. Ivany on the draw. Puck comes back, and the Preds go D to D around the back of the net. They try to slide it up. Dorsey now, or Bergmeyer holding. That's Dorsey. Dorsey now in the corner. Boxed out, still holding the puck. Rolling. Comes into Ivany. Ivany working it. Trying to decide what to do. Jamming. Now on the high slot. Slides it back. Now rolling in. Mizzle looking. Toe drag. There it is out front. Swept away by the Predator defense. Now in the transition, they go rink wide, gaining on the left side. Darlene holding his man out. There's the centering pass. Nobody home. Hester now wheels around the net, stops short, looks up ice. He surveys. Long stretch pass, intercepted off of Quickie's cage. That's a cage clank, as they call it. Darlene hammering his man in the corner. Trying to come away, steering it up to Dorsey. Dorsey throws it up to Hester. Nice little spin move. Hester rolling up, looking, gets it across. Can they get there? No connection. Mizzle now trying to drive it up the ice. Here's a break for the Preds. They're rolling through. Into Quick, off of Quick. Now it's Hester's turn. Rolling up. A lot of transition hockey here as Hester rolls across the high slot. Rolling around the circle, looking to center, trying to get it to Ivany. No connection there. And the Preds recover and try to jam it out, but it hits traffic. Ivany rolling through in the slot, can't quite connect. Steered all the way back. Thrown on net by Potter. Tip, no good. Ivany chases in the near side corner. Preds gain control, but it's held by Potts. Potts throws it. There it is in the slot. Nothing. Sneaks out to Potter. Potter from the red line. Goes D to D to Potts. Potts looking up the ice. He wheels and deals himself. Look at this. All the way from the dot. Misses the net. Held all the way back. Slammed on net by Nolan, but it off to the side. Kurvita now. Near side corner. Trying to roll. Ferrara throws it. There's a quick side shot by Nolan. Nothing. Kurvita. Good pressure by the Hornets. Puck goes to the opposite side. Nolan in there to meet his man. Stop the flow. Quick shot. Oh, a clanker! Did you hear the clank? Yes, that was Potter's clank. Out front, nobody. Slides all the way back and sneaks out of the zone. That's the best pressure the Hornets have had all evening. Potter now wheels up the guys through the neutral zone. He's going to take it himself, and he dumps it down on the Predator tender, who covers up with 2:36 in this first frame. So pass out to the right of the Pred tender. Bergmeyer gets it to Ewers. Ewers hits traffic and deflects over the net to the near side. Wilkins trying to jam it into the slot, intercept by the Prez, and here they come in the transition. Wheeling through the neutral zone, gaining on the right side. Helmer trying to keep his man out. A shot sails wide. Boy, are they fast. And the puck sneaks out of the zone. Here's Wilkins with a break. Here's Bergmeyer with a break. A lot of breaking, but no connection. Helmer from his knees, throwing it to Ewers. Ewers trying to get a centering pass, comes back to Wilkins, back to Darlene. Darlene from the point, fires, legged away. Bergmeyer tries a short-sider, nothing. Tried to center it again, stopped by the Pred D. Thrown into the near side corner. Preds trying to get it out. Great pressure by the Hornets the last two shifts. Ewers banging his man on the wall. Boys stacked up a mile wide. Puck thrown across to Helmer on the far side. He tries to throw it down deep, intercepted. They gulf it out of the zone, but Helmer holds. Now down to Ewers. Ewers banging his way, taken away by a Pred. As they, a big hit by Berge to no avail. Puck banks off Ewers and goes down deep into the Hornet zone. Helmer from his end. Surveys, looks up ice, looks. Long stretch pass. Too far for everybody. Sneaks all the way down. Icing is waved off. Approaching 1 minute left in the period. Preds rink wide all the way across to the near side. Looking up ice, they gain on the right side, and it is offsides. Hornets showing some life, but the score is still 3-1. With a face-off just outside of the Hornet zone, Ivany on the draw, bangs it up through, comes back to Mizzle. Mizzle from the left side, trying to power his way. He does, gets it into the Preds zone. They slip it out, back to Potts. Potts from the red line, banks it up the boards to Hester. Hester now rolling in, across the circle, all the way over to Mizzle. Mizzle fires! Hits traffic. Harmlessly falls behind the net. Preds now rolling. 30 seconds left. Long saucer pass all the way up on the right side. Charging in. Quickie is there to meet it. Throws it out of the area, the danger area, but now rolling in on the high slot as Mizzle steers it up to Ivany. Ivany to Hester. Hester across the red line, gaining on the left side, stood up. Ivany on the trailer, picks it up. Nice little toe drag. There's a shot into the breadbasket with 13 seconds remaining. So face off to the right. Puck tied up. 10 seconds remaining. Pitchforked into the rafters. And we'll do it again. Tone has dramatically changed in the second half of this first period where the Hornets have come to life. We'll see if it nets them any results. Ivany on the draw. Preds come away. They try to bang it up high. Now it's Potter. From the point, fires, hits traffic, and that'll do it. Woodbury 3, Hornets 1, but stay tuned. This could get interesting. Okay, start of the second period. Fresh 15 on the clock. We're going to start out with Nolan, Ferrara, and Kervita backed up by Potter and Helmer. Nolan on the draw, sent back to Potter. Potter looks up ice, gets it to Ferrara right in his skates, so Potter's going to have to regroup in his own end. Potter looks, slides it to Ferrara. Ferrara tried to chip it up to Kervita. It's stolen by the Preds. They go up high on the net. Those transitions, boys. Long rink wide. Ferrara sends it up to Nolan. Nolan gains on the left side. Rolling in, unfortunately, all for naught with an offsides. So face off outside of the Woodbury zone. And we will do it again. Nolan on the draw, tied up, slides back to the Preds. They throw it up in the near side wall, sneak it past Potter. Potter will be the first man back to collect. Rolling behind his net, looking, stopping short. Looking more. Saucering it up to Ferrara. Ferrara has to hold and send it down low again. Helmer dishing it up to Curvita, one times to Nolan. Nolan rolling through. Yes, Nolan. On the line, looking, toe dragging, banging it. Yes, rebound. Nobody home. Predators on the transition. They have a floater tactic as Helmer's last man back, sneaking around. Curvita comes in. Yes, Curvita. Well done on the back check. D to D pass in the neutral zone. Preds look up ice. They bang it up off the wall. Comes back to Potter. Potter slides it up on the wall to Ferrara. A bit too far, and the Preds maintain control in their own zone. Looking, surveying. Long saucer up to the red line. They roll. Dance across, stolen by Curvita. Transitions of plenty, all the way over to Nolan. Nolan slides to Ferrara on the circle. Oh, just a little bit too slow to develop. Good passing, though, boys. Good passing. Long headman pass, stolen by Mizzle. Intercepted by the Preds at the red line. Now they're going to roll in all the way around the circle, held outside by Mizzle. Sliding out front of the crease, nobody home. That would have been gold. Again across the crease, nobody home. Mizzle slides it just a bit too far for Ewers, and this will go down for an icing with 13:06 on the clock and a score of 3-1 in favor of Woodbury. So face off to the left of Quickie with Bergmeyer on the draw. He's got Wilkins. He's got Ewers, backed up by Darlene and Mizzle. Puck dancing in the corner. Who's going to come away? I don't know. Now the Preds firing on that. Oh, Quickie didn't see that one coming. And he bobbled the catch, and it snuck right in with 12:56. That was pain. And a 4-1 deficit has created a lot more work for the Hornets as Dorsey, Ivany, and Hester roll on with Potter and Potts. Ivany on the draw, comes to Hester. Hester back to Potter, and he throws it up in the near side wall. Ivany dances in, trying to hold serve on the line. He can't. It sneaks out. Now it's a foot race. Preds rolling in. They center it. Held off by a couple of Hornets there on the back check. Well done. A sneaky shot around, wrap around, nothing doing. Potter throws it up the wall to Hester on the near side. He tries to golf it up. It's intercepted. It's brought back. Potter knocked down. Bergmeyer in, trying to steal away the puck. Comes to Hester. Hester can't quite handle it. Now he throws it across to Potts. Potts up to Hester. Hester rolls on a 3-on-2 situation. Hester around the circle, looking. He tries a short side shot. We got to start passing in front of the net, boys. Preds behind the net. Rolls around to the far side corners. They survey. Long saucer pass. Too hot to handle, and the Preds go for a line change. And we get an icing. So Nolan, Ferrara, and Curvita are rolling on, backed up by Helmer and Darlene. See if we can make something of this deep in the Predator zone. Nolan on the draw, tries to drop it to Ferrara, stolen away by the Preds, and they roll down. Darlene loses his footing, but he somehow miraculously makes a stick check. Now a reverse. Curvita trying to roll in on the line. It sneaks back out, and the Preds have a 3-on-2. Gaining on the right side, walking in, trying. Nice save by Quickie as he tried to leave it on the toe drag. Preds holding it down in the zone, swatted away to Ferrara. Ferrara's got Kavita. He gains on the left side. He's walking in. He sauces it to Kavita, who's held up by a Pred D. Behind the net, too hot for Ferrara. Banging away, no one comes in. Gains control, throws it all the way back. Preds slam it up the wall, right to Nolan. Quick shot, turned away. As the Preds now look to gain control from behind the net. Surveying up ice. They like those long stretch passes through the red line, gaining on the left side. A toe drag through, held up by Darlene. Well done, swatted away. And we got something. We got an interference call by Darlene, I believe. Just a fraction of a second of too much holding up. And the Hornets pay the price. So Ewers and Bergmeyer in with Potts and Mizzle. See if we can't kill this one off. Ewers on the draw, comes away to the Preds. From the far side, back to the point. They wheel across, looking good with D to D at the point. Now down low to the circle. Dishing it around the back of the net. They look to center. From behind. Back to the circle, looking. Shot away across, naked man right behind. Couldn't find control. As the puck is now controlled. Can Berge get there? Yes, Berge, get it up there. No, it's held in the Hornet zone. Long stretch pass, too far for Ewers, and we should get an icing. Almost a break on the transition. Hornets got to watch the back door. Wide open. Easier said than done. As Ivany and Wilkins roll on. Puck controlled. Potts banging it up the wall to Ivany. Ivany dishes it up, and it squirts back into the Predator zone. Deep from behind the net, they survey. They look. Working. This D is going to take it all the way up. He loses the handle. Swatted away by Ivany. Still controlled. The Preds slap it. Now trying to center. Good job by Mizzle to stick check that one away. Ivany now. Oh, give me a break. Is that going to be a penalty? Slashing penalty on Mizzle. Well, when it rains, it pours. We're going to have a 5-on-3 situation for the Hornets to dig their way out of. So Ivany stays on. He's going to be backed up by Helmer and Potter with 9:59 on the clock. Ivany on the draw, comes back to Helmer. Helmer boxed into the corner. Ivany just is content to keep them spread out. Nice stick check there, delaying things. Holding. Now walking in, down low, back to the circle, down low again from the corner. Back to the point. Preds taking their time. From the circle, looking. Long shot, sailed over the net and out of the zone. Well done. Ivany looking to pickpocket or do something here. As he's holding his man, there's an opportunity. He knocks the puck. Can he get there? He's trying. He's working it. It didn't go in. I don't know how it didn't go in, but it didn't. Here come the Predators on the reverse. Rolling through, gaining on the right side. Stopping short, setting up a power play. Down low, back to the circle, looking. Now a shot hits traffic. Helmer's going to meet it in the corner. He tries to pitch it out. It's held at the point. Ivany holds this man up. Helmer's digging. A lot of boys piled up for a 5-on-3. Here they come into the high slot. Predators lose the handle. Now a nifty little grab by Quick. Well done on a 2-on-0. And that erases one of the penalties, so it's now a 5-on-4 situation for the next 52 seconds. With 8:50 on the clock. Dorsey and Hester in. Backed up by Darlene and Potts. Puck held up on the near side wall. Boys jamming at it. Sails around behind the net. Reds throw it content to get it right behind the net. Trying to center it from behind. No one's in the slot area. Now held at the far side wall. Looking. Looking for a slot. There's a slot pass behind him. And it's going to sneak out of the zone. Well done, Hornets. From the red line. Preds now gaining on the left side, walking in, held to the outside by Potts. All the way around the net, looking. Still held outside. Well done. Darlene keeps his man. Now it's back to the point. And we get an offsides. Fortuitous. I think that was still some blue on that. But nonetheless, 10 seconds left in the Predator man advantage. The Hornets kill this off. That's a victory in and of itself. Nolan and Ferrara, backed up by Darlene and Potts. Darlene sending it down, all the way down to the Predator tender, who has to tap it away. Both teams now at full strength as the Predators look to establish a breakout. Rolling through their zone, now through the neutral zone. Gaining right down the middle, held up by a bunch of Hornets. Now Darlene on the reverse. Sliding it across, intercepted right before it got to Ferrara. Hornets now banging it up, back to the point, held and pinched. Now down the near side wall. Ferrara comes away. Looks up ice. Long stretch pass to Kurvita. Kurvita through the red line. Gaining on the right side. Tries to step inside. He does. Trying to dish it over to Nolan. Stolen away by the Preds. On the reverse. Here they come with speed. Through the neutral zone. Rolling in. Looking. Turned away by Quick again. 2 saves. Darlene now. Throwing it up into Nolan's skates. Nolan looks, throws it up to Kurvita. Kurvita now on the line, rolls around the circle. Stops short, looks. On the circle, jams it down low behind the net. Darlene meets it there in the corner. Back to Nolan, right out front, swept away. Nolan on the wall, meeting his man. Trying to gain control. The Preds now flip it out. Potts last man back. Well done, Potts. Now chipping it into the zone. Hornets go for a line change as the Preds set up shop. Long saucer pass intercepted by Darlene. Preds still rolling through the neutral zone as they try to roll up. Darlene sees an opportunity to get it to Ewers. Ewers gains the line, looks across to Charlie. Yes, Charlie! Oh, Charlie! Oh, somehow the tender got a glove on it for a wide open left side. The puck luck is not with the Hornets so far. Helmer throwing it back down. Deep in the corner as the Preds are content to chip it up and throw it all the way down for an icing with 6:13 in the second. Beautiful pass across. No luck for the Hornets as Bergmeyer, Ewers, and Wilkins come in, backed up by Potter and Helmer. Berge on the draw, sends it back down, low. Preds go behind the net. Long stretch pass. Way too hot. And we'll get another icing. Let's talk about Dorsey, Hester, and Ivany rolling on. Deep in Predator territory. Ivany on the draw. Puck comes back to the point. Hammer cranker. Tip. Nothing. Yes. No. Did you see that? That went in. That somehow went in. Ivany got the tip. He's the tipmeister. That's the second game in the row for the tipmeister. So Helmer, right from the blue line, took a certified fresh cranker. And Ivany somehow got some lumber on it. Knocked it down. Past the Predator tender. And it is 4-2 with 6 minutes. Face off from center ice, comes back to Potter. Potter rolls upside and is content to throw it down. Predator has to make a save behind the net. Ivany banging with his man. Sticks up high. Now it's Hester in there. Comes away to the Preds. And they look up ice. Long stretch pass through the neutral zone. 3-on-2 situation brewing. Darlene Potter holding his man to the outside. Comes away with the puck behind the net. Dishes it up the wall, looks at his options. A floater saucer pass. This is going to go all the way down for an icing the other end. This has become a game where the saucer pass has been featured to a great extent. A lot of fast break opportunities for both teams now. Mostly by Woodbury, but we'll see how this develops. Ivany on the draw. Puck sent. We're going to get something. Penalty. Cross check. Hornets will be on the power play. Imagine that. Woodbury goes off for a cross check. So we got Ivany, Bergmeyer, and Wilkins. Backed up by Ferrara and Darlene. A little bit different line combo here on this power play. Darlene from the point. Surveys, looks, throws it deep down. Now Bergmeyer gets it back to Ivany at the point. Ivany rolls in all the way across to Ferrara. Ferrara looking, circles around. Right out front, banked off a Predator. Picked up by Wilkins. Wilkins now from low down. Gets it over to Ferrara. Back to Ivany. Ivany looks. Down low. All the way back from Bergmeyer to Ivany. Ivany rolling in. A shot. A tip. Nothing. Ferrara now from the corner. Battling his man. Trying to gain possession. Pinned up on the wall. Preds try to throw it out. They can't. Ivany from the slot. Or that's Wilkins. Wilkins leads it to Ferrara. Ferrara. Back to Darlene. Darlene with a shot. There's a tip. Swallowed up by the Predator tender. Good movement by the Hornets. But no goal with 4:25 remaining in the second with 1:08 left in the man advantage. So Nolan, Dorsey, and Hester roll on. Backed up by Helmer and Potter. Got to take away that goalie's eyes. Got to crash that net. Nolan on the draw, comes away. Hester back to Potter. Potter from the point. Looks. Just decides to send it all the way around. Comes back to Hester. Hester throws it to Nolan. Nolan to Hester, looking. All the way across to Potter. Oh, he can't handle the high heat of that pass. And it's sent down into the corner where the Predators try to jam it out. They do. Here's a break for them. Last man back, Helmer. Here's a shot. Nice waffle away by Quickie. Nolan picks it up in his own zone, tries to toe drag, stopped by the Preds, and they throw it back down. Quickie makes a quick save. Now it's Potter. Potter surveys, looks up ice, all the way across to Helmer. Helmer now through the red line. Gains on the right side, looking, stops short, leaves it to Nolan. Nolan on the circle, looks, more looking. Back to Nolan. Nolan fires a quick shot and is swallowed up again. Some of the better passing we've seen from the Hornets as Wilkins, Bergmeyer, and Ewers roll on. Backed up by Mizzle and Potts. So Bergby on the drop. Puck skitters back into the corner. Wilkins ties up his man. To Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer looks. Back to the point to Potts. Potts throws it down to Mizzle in the corner. Mizzle meets his man. Bergmeyer in to help out. Both boys banging. Comes away. Yes, over to Mizzle. Over to Bergie. Bergie fires and hits traffic. Preds doing a good job of collapsing right in the slot. Here they come on the transition. Mizzle does a good job to stand his man up here in the near side boards. The Preds roll through with the toe drag, swept away by Potts. Potts now looks up ice through the neutral zone on the left side. Gains on the left side, hassled by 3 Preds. He still has it down low. A short side shot turned away by the Preds tender. Mizzle pinches up. He throws it out front. Swept away by the Preds with 2:44 remaining. Up the far side wall, the Preds are having a hard time breaking out for the first time all game. Bergmeyer rolling, trying to get at it. Sneaks around to the near side. Mizzle pinches up. He looks for a centering opportunity. It's a hot pass. Potts from the D pinches up. He maintains control. Slides it across right to the center. Back to Mizzle. Mizzle fires. It's open. It's jamming. It's nothing. Mizzle from the corner again. Right out front again. Look at this buzzing activity. Potts maintains the zone. Throws it down to Bergie. Bergie from the side. A clanker. A clanker that was saved. Great pressure, but no goal. As Nolan, Kervita, and Ferrara come on in relief. Elmer and Darlene backing up on the blue line. Nolan on the draw. Puck comes away to the Preds, and they just fall on top of the puck. Comes away to Ferrara in the corner. He tries to dish it. He dishes it all around the backside. Preds trying to hold it. Helmer holding on the line. A long shot swallowed up by the Pred tender. Oh, look at that. Pred's getting a penalty. Taking out Kavita from behind. That was a stupid retaliation, but that happens in hockey. And the Hornets will be on a power play with just under 2 minutes to play. The balance of this period will show the Hornets with a man advantage. So we're going to have Bergmeyer, Ewers, and Wilkins, backed up by Darlene and Ferrara. So this new look power play is being put into effect. Ivany on the draw, puck goes into the corner. They try to throw it out of the zone. Ferrara maintains. Gets it over to Darlene at the point. Looking. Long shot. There's a tip. No pay dirt. Slides around to the far side corner. Ivany holding it. Preds come away. But Bergmeyer holds the zone. Slides it over to Ferrara. Ferrara rolls in the circle. Fires. Hits traffic. Off the back wall glass. Here's a suffer. Goes right across the crease. Nobody home. Nice job, Ivany. Sails back. Here's a opportunity for the Preds. They just can't hold the line. And here comes Ferrara. Making sure everyone's on sides. Rolls through the neutral zone. Gains on the left side. Walking down. Leaves it for Darlene at the point. He slides across to the slot. A high shot. No pay dirt. Bergmeyer knocked down. Here come the Preds as they try to roll through. Tipped by Ivany. Double tip. Preds now just dump it into the zone with a minute to play. Darlene from behind the net. Looks up ice. He's going to carry it himself through the neutral zone. Gains on the right side, walks down all the way in, leaves it at the wall for Hester. Hester, puck stolen. He's still battling with his man on the far side wall. Preds content just to throw it down, bank pass. Here's an opportunity as they skate in. Darlene, last man back. Stopped by Quick. He throws it up just a bit too far for Ferrara. Now stealing in. Preds look to get a short side. Saved by Quick. With 30 seconds left in the period. So here we go. Nolan on the draw. Predator rolls down. Woodbury bench wants a penalty. Now rolling. Now he's trying to get out of his zone. Nolan. It's a Nolan show across the line. Looking around the circle. He takes it. A header right into the boards as it comes back to Potter. Potter from the corner. Trying to power his way through. Gets it to Hester. Hester now looks, tries to center it. Nothing doing, but he gets it back to the point. Helmer dishes it up to Nolan, and that'll do it. End of the period. A lot of complaining going on about supposed missed calls by the referee. Score remains 4-2. It does not look like we're getting a resurface. So the third period will be coming up shortly. There seems to be some confusion about whether there will be a resurface, and now they're calling the boys back out. Stay tuned. All right, start of the third period. Woodbury up 4-2. We're going to start out with Nolan, Carvita, and Ferrara, backed up by Darlene and Mizzle. Puck slides into the Predator zone, having trouble with the snow on the wall as Ferrara comes away. Hits traffic on the centering attempt and goes up into the webbing. So we got a face-off deep in Woodbury's zone. Both teams at full strength as the Predators send it up the far side wall into the neutral zone, met by Darlene. He tried to chip it up. He does recollect his pass, centering over to Ferrara. Ferrara gains on the left side, walks on the circle. A shot goes off some equipment all the way back to the point. Mizzle jams it up the wall. Nice job saving the zone. Ferrara now rolls in. Another shot, rebound, nothing. Ferrara trying to get it over to Wilkins or Carvita. And now the Preds roll back the other way. Good job by Nolan to hold it in the zone. Preds having trouble breaking out as Nolan just shovels it down. Nice job right out front. Just a bit too far for Ferrara, who blows a tire. Preds now long stretch pass, rink wide. Held up there by Mizzle. Well done. As the Preds are having a hard time these days. There's Mizzle. Look at them. He's just working it. Back to Nolan on the wall. He chips it out front. Weak shot on net. Turned away. And the puck now sent rink length 4. And icing. So we got Wilkins, Bergmeyer, and Ewers on. Backed up by Potts and Potter. Berge on the draw. Tying up, comes to Wilkins. Wilkins, short side shot, turned away. He tried to wrap her. Ewers tried to stuff it in. Nothing doing. Potter slides it across the crease. Now it's all the way back to Potts at the point. Whiffs on the shot. He's going to have to go collect this. Potter there to the rescue. He looks up ice at the red line. Bergmeyer pitches it into the Predator zone, and Wilkins gives chase. Bangs his man up on the glass. Bergmeyer comes away with it. Just a bit too far, and the Preds now reverse course. Rolling through the neutral zone, 3-on-2 situation brewing. All the way down. Centering pass swept away by Potts. He throws it up to Wilkins. Wilkins can't handle the hotness, and it slides back on the wall. Good job by Potter to hold the line, and he sends it down into the Predator zone. Or an icing. I don't know. I guess it is. As Hester, Dorsey, and Ivany could roll on. Picked up by Darlene and Helmer. Ivany on the draw. Puck tied up. Comes away to Ivany. Ivany rolling with Hester. Sneaks down the left side, looking to center it. Stops short. He's looking. It gets back to Helmer at the point. Helmer slides it across to Darlene. Darlene fires. Legged away by the tender. Ivany from the wall. Stop short. Toe drags again. Dishing it across. Slides it down to Dorsey. Dorsey from the corner. Tied up. Puck stolen. Now the Preds look to break out. Pass on the backside. Intercepted the red line by Darlene. Pitches it down into the Predator zone. But they'll have to do it again. Long stretch pass all the way up. Preds now rolling, gaining on the right side. Helmer holding his man to the outside. Waffled away by Quickie. Up on the near side wall. Dorsey slides it up to Ivany. Ivany and Hester and Helmer. It's a 3-on-2 situation. Ivany across the line. Dorsey on the far side. Ivany tied up by his man. Hester trying to hold the zone down deep. Puck slides up. Darlene can't quite hold the zone. He stomps on the wall, pitches it back in, and knocked down by the Predator D. Another waffle pass. Waffle City. And we get an icing with 11:38 in this contest. The score remains stubbornly at 4-2 in favor of Woodbury. Nolan Ferrara and Carita on. Backed up by Mizzleton Potts. Ferrara on the wall. Held in the zone. Nolan pitches it down to Carita behind the net. Carita rubbed out on the play. Puck sent up to the point. Potts holds the line, but it's snuck past. 2-on-1 situation brewing. Mizzle last man back. Nice save by Quick as the man tried to go uppers. Nolan tried to break it out of the zone and sent right back down. We're going to get a penalty. Looks like Mizzle's going to the box. And the Hornets will be shorthanded at 11:08. Tripping is the call. As Nolan and Ferrara are set to kill this one off with Potter and Helmer. Puck sent into the near side corner as the Preds try to set up shop. Rolling around behind the net, they're looking to center. Helmer doing a good job tying up his man. Now the Preds still trying to center. Helmer, look at him, he's a one-man wrecking crew. Holding them at bay. Potter now behind the net. Trying to gain control. Battling with sticks up high. A lot of sticks. A lot of high sticking. Now the Preds tried a short side stuffer. Nothing doing. Banged up the wall by Nolan, but held at the point. Predators sent it down to the dot. Look, fire. Waffled down by Quick. In the high slot. Back to the point. All the way down low. Looking now. Short side shot again. Turned away by Quick. Predators are buzzing as they throw it into the corner. Ferrara holding his man to the outside. Back to the point. Long shot. Off target. And I believe the net is off its moorings. 1:06 left in the Predator man advantage. 10:13 on the clock. As Kervita and Bergmeyer come on in relief. Backed up by Potts and Darlene. Bergie set to take the draw to the left of Quickie. Tied up in the dot. Kervita charges in. Preds blow a tire, but they still hold the zone. Now it sweeps out. Kervita rolling down the left side. Stick checked away, and the Preds bank it up the wall back to Darlene. Darlene sends it up the wall. A wall action. As the Preds just dump it into the Hornet zone. Darlene from behind the net. He looks up ice. Looks. Fires it to Kervita, who one-times it all the way down. And we get an icing. Richfield may have updated the ice on Rink 2, but their sound system sucks. A lot of static. As Ivany and Dorsey come on with 37 seconds left in the Woodbury man advantage. Ivany on the draw to the right of Quickie. Puck sent back to the point. Woodbury looks for a lane, sends it down low. They try a short side stuffer, nothing. Potts pushes it away to the outside. Preds still in control. They send it down low. Looking to center it, stopped by Quick and covered up. 22 seconds left in the man advantage. And more static. Irving on the draw, tied up on the dot. Boys banging at it, back to the point for Woodbury. They look. Center high slot, down to the backside, all the way down to the corner. Looking to set something up. Potts does a good job, banging his man into the post. Ivany now picks it up, looks. Slides it up the wall to Dorsey. Dorsey racing down, trying to get around his man, tying him up. Stopping short is the Woodbury D. Nice job by Ivany to steal it away on the dot. Scooped away by the Pred tender. Ooh, extracurriculars. Ivany pushed into the net. Pushing and shoving. Don't see any hands thrown yet. But it's frothy. Both teams at full strength with 8:57 left on the clock. So Ivany, Dorsey, and Hester, full complement, backed up by Helmer and Potter. Stolen away by the Preds as they roll through the neutral zone. Hornets in hot pursuit. Potter does a good job, stick checking away. Tries to send it up the wall. It's sent right back behind the net to a lone Predator in the corner on the near side. Back to the point. Long shot. Steered away by Quick. Boys banging away at it. Helmer doing a good job. Predators now throw it around to the opposite side. Potter. Nice soft pass to Hester. Hester just a bit too far. Can Ivany get there? No, it's Dorsey. A slash. What's with that? No call. Prison rules. Here come the Predators rolling in. Short side stuffer, nothing. Helmer tries to throw it up to Dorsey on his backside, and this is going to sneak down into the Predator zone. Hester gives chase behind the net. Dorsey in pursuit as well. Predators content to reset in their own zone. Bergmeyer does a good job knocking his man off the puck. And once again, the Hornets find themselves in the box as Dorsey goes off for interference.
Where?
I don't know. Must have been off the play, but I didn't see it. But being shorthanded and dealing with this static is almost too much for this announcer. Bergmeyer on the draw. Darlene trying to bang it out of the zone, held at the point. Predators trying to set up shot, and this one sneaks through, and the Predators will have to reset. Back from their own zone, they look up. Bergmeyer doing a good job, holding his man. They go D to D. Preds, long stretch pass, banked off a skate, and they have to reset again. Long rink-wide pass. Preds throw it down on Quick. Steers it aside to Mizzle from the corner. He pitches it out of the zone. Here's a foot race. Can Ewers get there? Ewers rolling in. Ewers, do you have help? No. Everybody went off. Ewers throws it down to Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer from the corner, looks, sends it back to Darlene. Darlene one-times it on net, swept aside by the Predator D as 7 minutes remain in this contest. A minute left in the Predator man advantage as they roll through the neutral zone. Stopped short there by Mizzle, doing a good job tying up his man. Preds try to throw it down deep. Maintaining at the circle, all the way across in the slot. Nobody home. Darlene meeting his man. Mizzle crashes into the boards, throws his man off. Darlene up to Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer has one man to beat. Rolling, trying to get something going. Now he's knocked off the puck. From the near side wall, Preds now, 30 seconds left in the man advantage as they roll through the red line. Long rink-wide pass all the way across, now into the slot. A quick shot, stolen away. Nolan now charging up the ice. He's got Wilkins. He's rolling in all the way over to Wilkins. Wilkins, yes, Wilkins! Yes! Yes, Wilkins! Did you see it? A shorty. Beautiful pass by Nolan. And Nation, we are 1 goal away from tying this. 4-3 with 6:11 left in the third period. Albany on the draw. 17 seconds left in the Pred man advantage. They're driving down into the Hornet zone, stopping short on the wall. Back to the point, looking. Now back down to the wall. Now from the circle, steered away by Quick. Potts holding his man to the outside, tying him up. Both teams now at full strength. Preds circling from the high slot. Back down to the circle, trying to get a handle on it. Off the Clanker. Clanker City. Yes, Clanker. Now thrown out of the Hornet zone with less than 6 minutes to play. Pred blows a tire. Dorsey now rolling in, looking, trying to center, waiting for someone, waiting all the way back to Potts at the point. Potts fires, tips, it's there, it's banging, it's nothing, it's yes. Oh, Ferrara, or Hester. Now Dorsey looking from the corner, looking more. He's still looking back, all the way back to the point, lows it to Potter, down to Hester. Hester right out front, banked away by a Predator, and they slap it out of the zone. Good job by Potts to get back as the Hornets put on maximum pressure. Throwing up to Hester. Hester squeaks by his man, rolls in. It's a 3-on-1, all the way over. Nice defensive play by the Prez as a stick stopped it. Held at the point. Well done, Potter. Banging away. Can he hold his own? I don't know. Down to Dorsey. Dorsey throws it down, and the Preds go for a long stretch pass. 3-on-1 situation. Stopped by Potts. Did you see that stop? Dorsey now in the transition. Can he see his headman pass? Looking. Still rolling. Now in 3-on-2. Rolling down into the zone, sneaking across, trying to scoot it around, and stopped by a Pred D as they look to transition back the other way with less than 5 minutes to play. From the Hornet zone, Darlene looks up. Knocked off the puck. Darlene still pinching up, gets it to Ivany. Ivany rolling in. Can he see the centering pass? Oh, all the way across on the backside. Here come the Preds on the reverse. On the backside, they roll into the Hornet zone on the left side. Looking, around the circle. In front, nobody home. Can you squeak it by? No, it's held down low. Helmer now. Headman's all the way up to Ferrara. Just a bit too far for Nolan. Now it's Kervita. Kervita rolling through. Kervita! Yes, Kervita! Oh, and he's held up. That should be a hooking call, but it wasn't. Ferrara from the wall, slides it back down to Kervita. Less than 4 minutes to play. Puck sent back. Helmer from the point. A cranker. Wasn't quite certified, but it was good. Back to Darlene at the point. Darlene throws it all the way back down. Kervita now picks it up in the far side corner. Tried a toe drag, intercepted there by the Prez as they roll through the neutral zone. Pitching it into the Hornet zone. Darlene will be first man back. Slamming it up the wall. He gets it up to Kervita. Just a bit off on the pass to Nolan. Kervita slams it up the wall on the near side. Preds contain in their own zone. They look up ice. Both teams changing. Long saucer pass knocked down by Ewers. Ewers dishes it up to Wilkins. Wilkins rolling around. He's trying to stop short. He's knocked off the puck. Less than 3 minutes to play. Preds reverse course and look to break out. They pitch it up. Just sneaks past Potts, and Mizzle will be last man back. Mizzle sends it up to Potts, up to Ewers. Can Ewers get there? Ewers racing, battling his man, pushed off the puck, still battling from the corner. Preds reverse course, sneaking it past. Now it's Mizzle, last man back. Toe drag, swept away by Potts. Well done. Still holding the zone. Wilkins reverses course. Now we get something. Looks like the Preds will be shown the gate. And basically for the balance of the game, we got coincidental minors, unfortunately. Roughing coincidentals, so no advantage for your Hornets with 2:19 on the clock. Oh, they're actually calling it 4-on-4? No, it's not. It's 5-on-5. So Dorsey, Ivany, and Hester roll on. Helmer from the backcourt throws it to Potter. Potter sends it up to Hester. Hester through the red line. Sneaks on right on the line. Potter has to do it again. He bangs his man. Preds now reverse course. Nice tip by Ivany, but the Preds are persistent. Trying to center it, held out by Helmer. Potter picks up from the corner, looks up ice. Stops short. Dishes it all the way back. Helmer from behind the net. Helmer looks up as time flitters away. Hester throws it to Ivany. Ivany's got Dorsey. 2-on-2 brewing as Ivany goes wide. Tries a short sider. Knocked down by the Preds behind the net. Dorsey battling his man in the corner. Reverses course to the far side corner. Preds send it rink wide. Can't be handled, and Helmer collects in his own zone. Helmer looks up ice. Looks. Slides it up the wall to Dorsey. Dorsey now. He's going to carry it through the neutral zone. Looking. From the center, looking. A long shot. Oh, just off target. I think the goalie was screened. Lucky on that one with 1:14 to play. So Nolan Ferrara and Kervita roll on. Backed up by Darlene and Mizzle. To the right of the Pred tender. Puck tied up on the dot. Swung down into the corner. Preds ringing around the near side. Darlene from the point. Looking. Down to Nolan. Nolan fires. Off target. There it is. Kervita. Bang it. No. Yes. Nothing. Puck slides out of the zone all the way down. Hornet net is empty. Ivany the extra attacker. He slides it up to Ferrara. Ferrara curls back around, looks for daylight. All the way up. Tipped there by Mizzled on the line and sneaks all the way down behind the Predator net. 42 seconds remain. Kervita from the corner. Banging away at it. Nolan banging. Everyone banging. Kervita slides it all the way to the wall. Held up on the wall as the Preds try to trap it. Waste time. And now it's sent all the way down and we should get an icing with 24 seconds on the clock. So Wilkins comes on, replaces Kervita. Nolan on the draw, slides back to Ferrara. Ferrara leaves it to Mizzle. Mizzle tries to bang it on the wall. He's kind of trapped there and sneaks out of the zone and is sent all the way down. Last chance for your Hornets. About 10 seconds as they load it all the way up. Intercepted. The Preds throw it on net. Nothing. And this is going to do it. So the Hornets go down 4-3. It was a very slow start for your Hornets. They made a game of it in the last 2 periods, 2+ periods. But nonetheless, a disappointing loss based on what our potential really could be. Hats off to the Predators. Good team, very fast team. I'm not sure when the next game is, but enjoy your Thanksgiving. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. We'll see you next time.